let's talk about King and Queen of the Ring. I am not going to spoil SmackDown. I'm going to use logic. And I'm going to tell you that it should be Gunther and Randy Orton and Nia Jax and Lyra Valkyria, just based on what happened on Raw. Gunther Tama Tonga makes no sense. There's no heat on that match. The dynamics don't work. Randy should be Tama Tonga. And if you're in the comments, please don't spoil anything, because I know someone did earlier. Let's give people a chance to watch. I don't want to do that. But I think it's pretty logical that Randy should win. And Randy versus Gunther for King of the Ring is fantastic. It's another chance to build up Gunther that much more. And it's not a lock. If he lost to Randy Orton, that doesn't hurt Gunther, because we also know, and I don't know why Triple H waited till yesterday, wanted the tournament to stand on its own. You don't have to have the tournament stand on its own. No one's gotten anything at a winning King or Queen of the Ring since like 2000. It hasn't gone anywhere. Put the stakes in earlier. Let Michael Cole tell that story on Raw. Let Corey tell that story on SmackDown. Sell more tickets to SummerSlam. Ooh, Randy Orton and Cody in Cleveland, or Gunther. Oh. Okay. Jey Uso. Whoever. Is it going to be Bianca against Bayley? Is it going to be Jade getting a title? Okay. Why didn't they do that sooner? Bottom line is, though, they still put stakes on the match and stakes on the tournament. So now that we know that the finals of King and Queen of the Ring, and Agent P, you could be right, it could be King Gunther, we know that the winners of those tournaments will get title matches at SummerSlam. Now you have multiple months to build that story. Who will be champion at that time? Will it be Bayley? Will it be Cody? Will it be Damian Priest? Will it be Becky Lynch? Now you got time to tell that story. You've already started promoting just using your booking alone. Gunther and Randy is where I hope we're going. That is a fun match. We joked when we put it on our social media at WrestlingMat23, the amount of chops that we will actually see in that match. Knowing Randy Orton, I put the over-under at 3.5. Delivered by Gunther, by the way. Randy's not a chop guy anyway, though. He's a forearm guy. I love that Nash talked about that on his podcast recently. He's like, hey, he ain't getting there throwing chops. He's throwing forearms. He's going to mix it up. But Gunther beating Randy just takes him that much higher. The Queen of the Ring, Lyra. I mean, the dynamics say Nia. And as I said, you have the story to tell of Nia then would have defeated Naomi, Jade, and Bianca. She defeats the big three. That would be cool. I hope that's the case. There you go. We'll see that tonight. I know it's taped already. Don't spoil it, please. I would rather see Nia win because I don't think, Nia wins, you get Nia and very likely Bayley at SummerSlam. I like that match. Really haven't done much with the two of them in singles competition. Babyface Bayley needs things to overcome. Nia's a great monster heel. Would have one King of the Ring, would have 3 victories to argue about, to brag about until SummerSlam. That works for me. Now, you could say Lyra could win, and we set up mentor versus mentee, Becky versus Lyra at SummerSlam. Probably too early for that. I don't think I'd go there yet. Phil, good point here. Let's put that one up. If Liv is beating Becky, and if you think that's going to be the case tomorrow at the King and Queen of the Ring Premium Live event, they've already laid the seeds for Lyra and Liv. Lyra and Liv, though, to me, is not a SummerSlam title match. Yeah, J-Love, the callback to Bayley and Nia would be great. Let's talk about Cody and Logan Paul. I don't have a lot to say on this. This is a Saudi offering of the highest degree. Cody still early in his title reign. You know he's not losing. Logan's got the star power. They like handing that over to Saudi. I get it. I didn't like the U.S. title thing getting taken out of it because I thought it made Cody look dumb. But I do think that it's the most you're going to get out of a Saudi match. Let's see what Cody gets out of Logan. I think what a lot of people are talking about it's that LA Knight Logan match that has to happen. That LA Knight pop, which, no spoilers, certainly sounded like it might have shown back up in a very big way on television, on SmackDown. You don't want to totally miss the boat on that. I have said I'm not super all in on LA Knight, but I know the fans are, and I will listen to that. Logan Paul and LA Knight could be very fun as a build. And LA Knight getting that elusive singles championship, and I don't count the $1 million title. Getting that elusive championship would get a big pop in Cleveland. And Logan, no one's going to cheer him even though he's from there anyway. So Cody Logan is what it is. The stakes, while the WWE Championship is on the line, let's just see if they can get us to bite on the near falls. Becky Lynch against Liv Morgan. I think everybody knows we were very likely going to see Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. That's what they were building towards. Rhea gets hurt. Becky in to save the day. There's the man. Do they go to Liv here? I think they could get 2 out of this, honestly. I don't think it has to happen here. I think you have Becky maybe not dominate Liv. Maybe, it's a reversal and she's 3 seconds better. Liv beats her up after. We get another title match. Maybe you put a stip on it next month. Then Liv wins there. I'm okay with that. And then, of course, Drew saying I feel like Dom's going to help Liv win. I know Damian didn't go over. I don't know how many people from Judgment Day went over, but they have hinted at stuff with Finn and Liv and Dom and Liv. And is she trying to work her way in? There was a babyface turn coming for Rhea anyway. That gets her out of Judgment Day. They just have had to delay it because of her injury. I would keep it on Becky and get another one out of this. I'm still not sold on Liv Morgan. One of the best stories in wrestling right now is Chad Gable and what's going on with Alpha Academy. Sami Zayn defending the IC title against Chad Gable and Bronson Reed. Part of me does wonder if this is a little bit of a make good because Bronson couldn't go to Australia or he wasn't booked for Australia, because this feud is all about Sami and Chad. Chad Gable's done fantastic work. I was bummed he wasn't on WrestleMania, but they have played it into this whole story beautifully. His hunger, his drive, his insane drive for the IC title overtook his positive, friendly ways, and now he is obsessed with winning that IC title and doing whatever it takes to get to it. German suplexing Sami out of his wife's arms is one of the greatest selling images you are going to see. That is fantastic pro wrestling right there. Sami has sold it well. Credit to his family for doing so. Doing it in Montreal. His wife, I hope, is getting paid because she's earned every dollar that she has been used on television going back to Montreal last year for Elimination Chamber. I would have Sami drop the title to Chad because I think it furthers the story that you don't have to pull the trigger as quickly on Otis, getting fed up. I think there's a story to being told of Otis having to begrudgingly accept that what Chad's doing works. But then Otis turns at some point, and Otis is the one who takes the IC title away from Chad Gable. Now, one thing I would do, and I would have done this from the jump now, it would have taken away the story. I think Chad needs people with him that are with him and they believe in him. That's the Creed brothers. They've been kind of floating. I think that makes a lot of sense. I think Chad should have people that believe in him and believe in his ways. And maybe they help protect the IC title. Creed's for sure, definitely. I don't, Daniel. I see that the comment about Knoxville. All I will tell you is that Johnny Knoxville was awesome to work with everything he did with WWE. He was all in. He cared. He offered ideas up. the stuff with the phone number in the sky and the red carpet. That Johnny Knoxville got it. And then we had Johnny Knoxville come on the bump way after the fact. But Sammy's a babyface at this point, and he was still railing on Sammy. And he played into they can have a blast with that. Sammy's not in the spot right now. That was a comedy thing and Netflix and all that. Sure. Knoxville got it. I think there is almost a fight forever, almost tongue-in-cheek thing between Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn, which I love. That's pretty much the show. I know a lot of people think that the teasers with, what is it, the Wyatt Six or Uncle Howdy might be happening. I don't know. We'll see. It seems like we're getting close, right? It seems like we're coming to a breaking point, a tipping point. Let's see. It's piqued my interest a little bit more in the last week. It's weird that he took over, or whoever took over the WhatsApp of WWE. Like, that's such a random thing. He's really into technology, isn't this guy? We'll see. There's only 5 matches, so maybe. Would love to ask you guys this. What will be the better show this weekend? King and Queen of the Ring or AEW Double or Nothing? Answer now on our community page, and you can subscribe at thewrestlingmatchshow.com.